Okay, Maverick, so we are going to do some comprehension from our story for this week, the black pickup truck. So remember, our concept skill for this week is CK sound. All right, so the black pickup truck. So I know we've already kind of read through this, and let's go ahead and start. We're going to answer some of these questions in the back of our book. So our first question is, you think you can read that question for me, Mav? Number 1. Right here on this page, bud.
What did Jack
That's apostrophe, right? So that's Jack's.
truck look like?
Good. So what did Jack's truck look like? So
Black.
yeah, you want to go back to the beginning and see if maybe you can find a specific description on, I know, what makes you say black? From what? The title of our story, the black pickup truck. Okay, so it says, read the sentence for me.
Jack has a black,
A
big black pickup truck.
Perfect. Okay, so they're asking, what does his truck look like? So what did Jack's truck look like? So it's a big black pickup truck. All right, so go ahead and write number 1, and I think you pretty much have your answer right here in this first sentence. So don't forget your punctuation mark right there. All right, so Jack has a big black pickup truck. Like how you remembered your capital letter.
I just saw it here.
That's true, but I know you're pretty good about remembering them.
I only remember things that I have done a lot.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it takes repetition. That means doing it over and over again to help us remember. Okay. Good. Good. Check your cups. Nice. All right, Maverick, what words are describing the pickup truck in our sentence?
It's black, it's big.
Ah, so big and black. So we call those adjectives because they're describing words. So big and black are describing the pickup truck, okay? And pickup is a type of truck, okay? All right, excellent job. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next comprehension question. All right, so let's look. This is kind of a two-parter. So let's take a look at this first one. So what's this one asking us right here?
Where did Jack go with his truck?
Okay, so that's the first part. So where did Jack go with his truck? Do you remember, or do you need to look back in the story?
I don't know.
All right, you want to look back? No, you remember? Where'd he go?
He went to the store.
The store? Let's double check, okay? So let's go back and see if we can find out in our story where he went, just to double check. All right, so let's take a look at the second half of this page right here. Read this one for me.
He went to the pool Landfest.
Close. So let's take a look at the second half. F-I-L-O.
Landfill.
Good. Landfill.
To get the mulch.
Mulch. Okay, so he went to the landfill to get the mulch. So, in answer and thinking back about our question, it's asking, where did Jack go with his truck? So, where did he go? He went where? You just read it.
Landfest.
Not fast, but what? F-I-L-L.
Landfill.
Landfill, right? So he went to the landfill. What did he need to get at the landfill, Mav?
Mulch.
Mulch. Okay, so where did he go? So the first part of our question is answering he went to the landfill. Do you know what a landfill is, Maverick?
A store.
No, it's not a store. Is that why you were thinking that he went to the store? You thought a landfill was a store? No, so this is actually one of our vocabulary words. I know we did flock as our specific vocabulary word for the activity that we did this week, but landfill is, so remember when we were talking about Earth Day and reduce, reuse, recycle? So we actually have what are called landfills, and that is an area where people go to drop off like trash that's picked up. So you know how you sometimes leave your trash in the trash bin once a week at the end of your driveway. All right, so the trash trucks come around, they collect all of it, and they end up taking that to what we call a landfill. Okay, so that is the definition of a landfill. So he went to the landfill to get the mulch. So let's answer that. What we say, he went to the landfill. Let's answer that first. Double check your two. Good. Good. The. Excellent. Okay, so we can go ahead and end that one. Let's check our cups though, and just double check and make sure we've got capitalization, understanding, punctuation. Good. All right, so he went to the landfill. Let's look at the second part. It says, what did he need to get?
Mulch.
Yes, perfect. So we know he went to the landfill because he needed to get mulch, right? So that kind of, this whole sentence told us where he went and what he needed. So now we can answer the second part by saying he needed mulch.
This one?
Let's go ahead and erase this just so we have enough space. So we'll answer the second part of our...
I thought we did that one on this.
Well, we'll go ahead and answer the second part. So question number 2 kind of had 2 questions to it. So we'll have 2 sentences and then we'll go on to number 3, okay? All right, so he needed mulch. So that'll be our second sentence.
Play right here.
Mm-hmm.
Needed.
Okay, he needed, and then mulch is on your page, remember, so if you need help. And that's a digraph that we've already done before. Good. Okay. Check your cups. Oh, way to check that. All right. Check your cups before we move on. Did you check everything? I noticed something at the beginning. Very good.
I thought it's all in one sentence.
No, it's 2 separate ones. Since we have 2 periods, we have 2 separate sentences. Okay, so excellent. Let's take a look at number 3. So this is a little bit longer of a question, but let's go ahead and read it out loud.
What?
So remember, this is one of our red words that we've been working on real hard. WHO.
Where?
Who? Who?
Who was
So this was able
able to help Jack? Or
You got it. You can sound this one.
who
Short E.
he
So returned.
returned the
Oop.
to the lake.
Good. So who was able to help Jack when he returned to the lake? Do you remember, or do you think you need to look back for a reminder?
Not really now.
Okay, so let's look back. Why don't you turn and see if you can find out who helped him when he returned back to the lake. So he returned back with what? What did he get from the landfill? You remember?
Mulch.
Mulch, all right. So what does it say?
His bud,
And then this Y is going to say the long E sound.
buddy, Rick,
Rick?
I know his name now.
Ah.
It's Rick.
Okay, so it says his buddy Rick was where? He was back at the pond to help him with the mulch. So who ended up helping him? Who ended up helping Jack with the mulch?
Rick.
Yeah, so his buddy Rick. So we can go ahead and write number 3, and we can say, how could we answer that using a complete sentence, Maverick? Who was able to help Jack when he returned to the lake? How might we answer that using a complete sentence? What could we say? Well, we know who helped him, right? Okay. So, and then we're answering the question, who helped him? So if I'm answering the question, then I would say blank helped
Jack.
So I could say Rick helped Jack with the mulch? Yeah? Okay. So I think that sounds like a good answer. So Rick helped Jack with the mulch. And we've already spelled mulch. Good. I like how you remember that capital letter.
Rick. Helped.
And remember, helped. Okay, helped who? Double check Jack's name. Good. All right. So Rick helped Jack what? With what? With the we need with, right? We can't say Rick helped Jack the. We need he helped Jack with. You know how to spell with. Good. So Rick helped Jack with the. And then you can write mulch down here so you have enough space. Good job. All right, what do you need, Dan? Excellent. All right, so let's look at this next one. There was a problem when he returned. What kept Jack from getting to the dock? Do you remember what kept him from getting to the dock, Mav?
Mud?
I don't know. You want to flip back in your page and see if you can find what kept him. You might notice it in the picture.
The ducks.
Oh, we talked about that when we were working on our vocabulary word, right? So, specifically, we know that the ducks were getting in his way, right? So, remember, we talked about that vocabulary word, flock. So, you remember what we refer to as a flock? Flock is what?
A group of birds.
Yeah, a group of birds or similar, right? A number of birds of the same kind, right? So we would refer to that as a flock of geese or a flock of ducks, okay? Very good. All right, so let's see. And we know the kind of flock in the story were ducks, okay? All right. Okay, lastly, let's go ahead and I want us to just think about this one. I want you to think about it and see if you can just share with me an idea that you might have. So it says, think of a time you were able to help a friend. So remember in our story, Rick is able to help his friend Jack. So we want to make a text to self connection. So remember when we're reading, sometimes we can make text, what are called text to self connections. So we can think of how the story might help us remember something that maybe has happened in our lives, right? So I know that we do that often during whole group class time, but let's think about a time that you were able to help a friend.
I already know.
Tell me. I want to know.
So when my dad and me were building a Lego, I got stuck on a part because I couldn't find the other piece, and my dad found it for me, and he helped me build the rest.
Oh, so that's almost an example of how somebody else helped you. Yeah? So your dad helped you. Your dad's your friend and he helped you. Yeah? Was there ever a time when you were able to help somebody else? Like, have you ever been able to help Malachi?
I helped someone at extended day, and I helped my dad build something.
Okay, so you guys kind of helped each other. I love that. All right, excellent job, Maverick. I'm super proud of you. We'll go ahead and stop here with our comprehension for today, and we'll pick back up next time.